From the BR Proud Weather Center, I'm Chief Meteorologist Jesse Gunkel with the very latest on Sally. Not too much actually happening this afternoon. This system continues to crawl in the northern Gulf. Right now producing torrential rainfall for a lot of areas. We're talking from Mississippi, Alabama, into the panhandle of Florida. You can see right here, it's still a Category 1 storm. So it weakened a little bit earlier today, but overall has remained pretty steady throughout the afternoon with winds sustained at about 80 miles per hour. Current track is northwest now at 2 miles per hour, and you see in comparison to us, it now sits about 60 miles east of the mouth of the Mississippi River. However, the overall track is expected to make more of a northern turn, should start to nudge that direction later on tonight and as we head in early tomorrow morning. But again, crawling at about 2 miles per hour. When we left you last night, I mean, it's pretty much moved only about 10 to 15 miles. So just give you an idea how slow this system is moving. And that's a terrible thing, because what it means is it has plenty of time to push that water inland, and it also has plenty of time to dump a bunch of rain. Again, we're talking astronomical amounts, life-threatening flash flooding for some areas. Again, a lot of areas already recording out in the Gulf of Mexico 20+ inches of rainfall from this system, and those numbers are going to continue to go up probably rather steadily as we enter the evening hours. So here's the current track right now, and you see again up to about 85, so we're still talking a pretty strong Category 1 out there. There's a chance now Category 2 out there, and then should eventually float its way into Mobile Bay. Overall track continues to shift just slightly east. You can see under the cone we're talking from Mississippi, and that's just around Biloxi all the way to about Pensacola Bay, maybe even in just a hair towards the east of that, so maybe even Fort Walton area. Obviously, those are all vacation destination spots, even Gulf Shores at this point, probably right under the gun with this system, or even right around Dolphin Island. So again, we're going to see that water eventually push inland overnight and into tomorrow, producing some very heavy rainfall by even Wednesday morning at 7 a.m. 80 miles per hour, and that's just near the coast. Again, we may not see it move inland until maybe tomorrow afternoon, so we're talking another 24 hours before it even moves inland. So again, that continues to be the biggest concern with this type of system. You see some gusts up to about 115 miles per hour at this hour. Tropical models obviously pushing further and further away from Louisiana, which is good news for us, obviously. Our overall impacts, well, they continue to decrease out there. They continue to reduce because for us, again, a little bit of cloud cover. Look for a few passing showers and a nice light breeze outside, making it feel a little bit more comfortable throughout the afternoon. And pretty much for the entire state, except for the mouth of the Mississippi, we are no longer underneath any major warnings out there. There is a tropical storm warning for the mouth of the Mississippi, but all hurricane warnings now have been slid a little bit further east. And as you see here, again, trying to develop an eye. We got some outer bands out there kind of wrapping around, so you're starting to get a full circulation at this point. But watch those feeder bands, because obviously that is going to be the concern. It's one band coming in here. It's this major one that's been scraping and just slapping the coast of Florida from Panama City all the way inland already. Probably about 8 to 10 inches of rain in some locations already. Again, you can see these bands starting to lift northward, and that's obviously going to be the concern. Panama City all the way through Pensacola as we make our way into the evening hours. Obviously for us, again, it's just going to be a couple outline showers, and that should be just about it. You can see our Doppler radar. The rain so close, as you see, just a few miles. If you're traveling towards Biloxi, as soon as you get to about 49, you're going to start running into some rain and elsewhere. Again, pretty dry at this current hour. Just to show you a close shot. Again, the clouds have moved in. You can see that our Futurecast has been pretty much on point. This is our in-house model, continuing to take that track even a little bit further east than what the National Hurricane Center is taking it. So again, this is all about rainfall mainly here and storm surge. Winds are most likely not going to be strong, but for a lot of areas along the Panhandle, southern Mississippi and Alabama, the concern is going to be extended periods of rain, soggy soils. That's going to lead to a lot of flash flooding, river issues. So again, the river levels are going to quickly swell. And the other concern is, again, if you get winds continue to batter the same area that's already waterlogged, then you're talking trees down and eventually, again, power outages across much of the area. As for us, I don't see much in the way of power outages. Obviously, as the system kind of lifts out of here, you can see a little bit closer to home. We're kind of on that line between clouds and sunshine right now, so half and half for us. And that obviously, our conditions kind of get better. In fact, we've got a front on the way And as that happens, well, that'll help clear us out and cool us off going into the weekend. For us, a couple showers out there, and well, excuse me, not showers. This is tropical storm force winds, and you'll notice here the chance for a tropical storm force wind pretty low now at this point. So again, just showing you some of those winds, and right around Pensacola, winds just about 90 miles per hour, or at least gusting in that area. Baton Rouge, we're talking 23. New Orleans, just a hair stronger out there. And then as that storm makes its way, Sally moves inland, you can see it should hopefully run into a little bit of wind shear and weaken pretty quickly as it makes its way inland. That's probably one of the better scenarios that we've been looking at versus stalling out and continuing to dump a bunch of rainfall, just kind of floating across portions of Alabama, Georgia, and Florida. Well, it seems like it's going to move a little bit now, which is some better news for a lot of locations. And just once again, to show you what we're talking about, storm surge, obviously they've dropped the numbers a little bit, which is great news for many locations. So 4 to 7 for Mobile Bay. We're talking 4 to 6 for Lake Borgne. 2 to 4 inland, that's Lake Maurepas and Lake Pontchartrain, and really anything west of the Mississippi River now about 1 to 3. So just stay vigilant, obviously. It looks like everything is now continuing to trend further east, and overall things are going to start to get a little bit better here. It's again knocking on our doorstep, but I know a lot of you have vacation destination spots in Gulf Shores. We're talking southern Florida, we're talking the Panhandle, we're talking a lot of those areas that are going to hit very hard. So if you're worried and concerned about that, or if you have some family in that general area, we're going to continue to keep you updated. Every update that comes out now, we're going to come on and give you the latest information out there. So just make sure you download our free app at brproud.com, and we'll have the latest update coming up in just a few minutes. All right, thanks for joining us.